Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and today I'm going to be doing a review of Shakes on a Plane for Xbox consoles. Now this was released on the 13th of the 8th, 2021. It's developed by Who Games, that's HWU Games, and it's published by Assemble Entertainment. And they've been really gracious enough to give us a review copy of this game to do this video, so big thank you to them. Now, Shakes on a Plane is described as a chaotic co-op shaking game for 1 to 4 players, flying on various planes with your flight crew, serve up a variety of tasty shakes, burgers, fries, and many more dishes before the plane lands on the airport and your passengers rate your service. Now, this, to me, was a flying version of Overcooked. That's how I went into it thinking. And if you've played the Overcooked series, you're probably going to have very similar sort of feelings between the two games. They're both sort of 1 to 4 players. If you play on your own, you play as 2 characters, so you have to switch between them. You're basically preparing and serving food and cleaning up, basically. But this one, there's a lot less sort of prepping ingredients compared to like Overcooked, where you're having to chop everything and cook everything in certain orders. This is more just sort of like setting things off. So like you press a button for water, it comes out. You press a button for ice cream. You press a button for burgers or fries or something like that, and you cook them, and that's it. It's much more like a simplified game. I found it much easier to get into than Overcooked. Now, the way this is, it's not just like a normal plane. You sort of, it's got like aliens involved and sort of that to do with the sort of story, and eventually you end up in space. You're not just on normal planes, so it's a very sort of strange game. You end up on like UFOs and stuff like that, serving food to aliens. But like I say, I was enjoying it. I played it with my wife. Played it co-op. Laughed way too much. Like I say, can get frustrating at times, like these games do. But like I say, I think we were much less frustrated with this than we did get with Overcooked 2. Now, the way each level works is you've got a time limit. You've got to sort of serve as many customers and passengers in that time, clear up after them, and then at the end of each level, each customer rates you. Now, I noticed sometimes you get negative ratings, but I think that you can sort of run into passengers while you're on the plane, so you can knock them over, you can pick them up and move them and stuff if you press the wrong button on them and that. So you've got to try and not sort of harm them and wind them up and stuff, because like there was one level, there was this kid running around with his tray, and I just kept pushing him out of the way because he was in my way all the time. It's probably why I didn't get as that high a star rating on it, but I did really enjoy it. It starts off pretty easy, sort of single items, and then later on you get like you start doing tray delivery, so you can sort of stack multiple things. And one thing I liked about this over Overcooked is you could sort of say there was 3 different people wanting 3 different items. You could put all 3 items on a tray and then deliver them to each of them instead of having to go back and forth. And same with cleaning up, you can pick up multiple items on a tray and take them all to sort of like the recycling unit. And I've really enjoyed that. Now, overall, like I say, really fun game, much better co-op. I played it single player and I didn't enjoy it as much as I did playing it 2-player. I bet 4-player it's even like more hilarious. The amount of people running around, the craziness of it all. So I highly recommend, like I say, if you're into those sort of serving, the cooking games like Overcooked, give this one a try. Like I say, I found it much easier to get into. There are different types of sort of things that mess you up when you're playing each level as well. So like later on, there's things sort of moving up and down the plane, and that they can knock you out or kill you basically, and you come back. So you have to sort of dodge them. I've already said about the passengers and stuff like that. And then also, the planes like tip left and right and back and forward. That was the most annoying thing in the game, because it throws you off. You're like trying to go somewhere, and then suddenly the plane sort of like tips up in one direction. Really weird, but I quite enjoyed the whole game nonetheless. Now, it's priced at £16.74. It's currently a sort of play anywhere title by the looks, because it's listed as Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC on the Xbox store. And obviously if you play it on PC, it is compatible with a gamepad. Now, I played this on Xbox Series X and S. I had no problem with any of it. There are a few slight sort of graphical glitches now and again, and it doesn't sort of give you the best, clearest commands between levels. Like, I hated that you had to, every time you went to a new level, you had to re-pick your characters. I don't think that needs to be there. Like, it's just a sort of a character. I mean, they do all have special abilities as well, but let us have the option just to click continue as we are, instead of having to pick both characters and go through that process every level. That's the main sort of issue, and it's such a small issue. It's not going to cause the end of the world in any sense, but it's one of those weird little things that I feel they could easily just remove, and it would just take the frustrations out of it, basically. But like I say, try this game out. Really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. So fun co-op, same screen. It's nice to get a couch co-op game that I can play. There's not enough made nowadays. So give these devs and the publishers a support. Check this game out, 1674 on Xbox right now. And that's that. We'll see you soon for more videos. Bye for now.